All right, let's talk about something huge, a blueprint for actually earning a living online in this new digital world. We're going to explore a place where your work isn't tied to your location, where the opportunities don't ask for permission, and where, for the very first time, you are the one in charge. So yeah, let's get into it.
I mean, this is the big question, right? You hear about all these incredible possibilities in Web3, NFTs, DAOs, you name it, and it's just massive. But let's be real, it can feel totally overwhelming. So, what we're going to do here is cut right through all that noise and give you some real clarity, some actual structure.
Okay, so first things first. Before we can even talk about where we're headed, we've got to be super clear about where we are right now. We need to talk about the internet that we're all using every single day. The one that, believe it or not, we don't really own at all.
And this slide just lays it all out perfectly. This is the fundamental shift we're talking about. So over on the left, you've got Web 2, right? The read and write internet. We're all on there creating amazing stuff, but we're basically digital puppets. Big companies pull the strings, control our data, and rake in the profits. But then look at Web 3 on the right. It adds one tiny game-changing word: own. That's the key. That's what cuts the strings. Seriously, this isn't just some minor update. It's a full-on revolution. You create, you write, and now you actually own it.
So, that sounds great, but what does this whole ownership thing actually look like day to day? Let's break down how it creates a completely new foundation for your entire digital life.
Here's the most important part: the power flips. It goes from the platform directly to you. In Web3, you control your data. You get to decide who sees it and how they use it. You control your identity, so it's not just another login for some giant corporation. You have real, provable ownership of your digital stuff, and you get to manage your own money without asking a bank for permission. I mean, this is the very foundation of digital freedom we're talking about. And look at this, because this is where it gets really cool. You gotta forget thinking of a crypto wallet as just a place for digital money. No, no. In Web3, your wallet is, well, it's everything. It's your bank, it's your ID, it's your work portfolio, your resume, even your reputation, all in one place. Every single thing you do, every transaction, every project you contribute to can be linked right back to it. It creates this totally transparent, verifiable track record of the value you bring to the table. So when you have this new kind of ownership and identity, it just unlocks something incredible. Suddenly you have access to income opportunities that don't care where you live and don't care who you know. The old gatekeepers, they're just gone.
And really, at the heart of this whole thing is one super simple but incredibly powerful idea. Decentralization gets rid of the middlemen. And listen, this isn't just about making things a little faster or cheaper. This is about who holds the power. This one concept is what completely shatters the old way of doing things and opens up these brand new, direct ways to earn a living.
Okay, so what does no middlemen actually mean for you in the real world? Well, it means you can get paid instantly, from anywhere on the planet without a bank taking their cut or putting a hold on your money. It means you can work for a bunch of different projects or DAOs all at the same time, all over the world. It means you can participate without your passport being a barrier. And this is the big one. It means when you make something cool, you own it, period, and you earn from it directly.
Okay, the potential here is obviously huge. I think we can all see that. But the big question is, where in the world do you actually start? So let's get down to business and look at a kind of starter map for the main ways you can begin earning in this new economy.
So this chart gives us a really nice, clean overview of the different roads you can take. You've got DeFi, that's decentralized finance, which is basically where you can put your digital assets to work for you, like lending them out. Then you have DAO contributions. Just think of DAOs as these new kinds of digital companies without a single boss, where you can jump in and get paid to do specific tasks. Of course, you've got Web3 freelancing, working for clients all over the globe. You could create and sell your own NFTs or other digital assets. And hey, for a super easy way to get started, there are even these little tokenized microtasks you can do. The point is, there's a way in for just about everybody, no matter what your skill level is. And you know the best part about all this? You don't have to be some genius coder to get involved. I mean, just look at the skills on this list: research and analysis, creating content, managing a community online, even just knowing how to use a wallet safely. These are the skills that are really in demand right now. So if you can communicate well, if you can think critically, you've already got the foundation you need to get started. But here's the thing. Having the skills is only half the battle. The other half, and it's a big one, is your mindset. To really make it in Web3, you have to make a few mental shifts. You got to go from just being a consumer to being an owner, from being a job seeker to being a value creator, from being scared of all this new stuff to being willing to do some calculated experiments. And maybe the most important shift of all is going from depending on systems that other people built to building your very own. And to do that, you're going to need a framework.
And that leads us perfectly into the core framework for doing exactly that. Because look, if you want to build your own system, you need a process, right? This one is called the WAR library, and it is an incredibly powerful way to navigate this new world intelligently.
So what is the WAR library? Think of it as your own personal system for turning your experiences into actual wisdom. It's a way of documenting everything you do so that you're not just taking random actions. You're actively learning and getting better every single time. And the name, WAR, is actually an acronym. It stands for Wins, Analysis, and Revisions. It sounds simple, and it is, but it's also incredibly effective.
Here's the cycle. It's pretty straightforward. Step 1, you document your wins. And you don't just write down what worked, you figure out why it worked. That's key. Step 2, analysis. You look back at everything that happened, the good, the bad, and especially the stuff you misunderstood. And then step 3, revisions. Based on that analysis, you figure out exactly how you're going to tweak your strategy or improve your system for next time. It's this simple little loop that stops you from making the same mistakes over and over and just puts your growth into overdrive.
You know, this quote right here just wraps up the whole philosophy perfectly. Digital freedom, it's not like winning the lottery. It's not something that just falls into your lap. It's something you build piece by piece through consistent learning, disciplined action, and, this is so important, documenting what you learn so that it becomes a part of your permanent toolkit. So, let's just quickly recap. We've talked about the massive shift from Web 2 to Web 3. We've seen the incredible power of real ownership. We've mapped out the different ways you can start earning, and we've got a framework for smart, structured growth. The foundation is there, the ideas are on the table, so really, the only question left is the one right here. The tools are now in your hands. What are you going to build?